powering up or getting past the welcome screens. So I'm going to have to go super old school on this live. I promise I'd do it. And I'm going to do it. So, okay. Like I said in the live streams that I've deleted from here, I have black belts in Taekwondo and Judo, so that's why even though this is a primarily Taekwondo channel, I have black belt ranking also in Kyusho Jitsu and Judo. Get this book, Kodokan Judo. This is the best book ever written on Judo, in my opinion. It was written by Jigoro Kano. Okay. I wanted to get online so I can definitely have a good reference for the exact throws I want to cover. But that's not happening, so you're gonna have to. Okay. Oh, now it's logging in. All right. So I cannot see the chats right now. Wait a minute. I should be able to see the chats. Type something into the chat, please, if you're here, so I can figure out how to read the chats here on this phone. Because right now I am like unable to interact with you. Oh, now the computer wants to act right. All right. So like I was saying, Kodokan Judo. I'm going to start with the most difficult throw to do by yourself. Okay? It would be so much better if I could just play a video for you so you could see what I was talking about, and if I had a partner here with me. I have neither one of those right now, so we're going to go back to the most old school way of doing it, how people have learned in the past. I just need you to shout yourself out now so I can see how to read the chat on here. Don't worry, I'm not going to just sit here and talk. We're going to do something. The first throw is deashi barai. This is the hardest throw to show somebody at home. Okay, it's called advancing foot sweep. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try to act out both parts. Basically, what you're doing with this throw is you try to catch the person before they put their foot down. That's basically what you're doing. You try to catch them before they put their foot down. All right. So basically, when their foot comes forward, when their foot is coming forward like this, when we come over here, when they step forward, before they get their foot down, you come with this foot and sweep it. It's basically like you're tripping them before they put their foot down. So this motion right here, you see how I got my foot turned to the side like this? Almost like it's a golf club. You use that to press against their foot and guide it. One mistake that a lot of people do, they come from a striking background and they want to cross train in judo, I know because I did this a lot, is they will hit or slap the person's foot rather than press or guide it. Okay? Let's pretend this is somebody's foot. Oh my goodness. So let's pretend that's someone's foot. Okay? The shoe is a foot. You want to press on the side of their foot like this. You want to be sliding their foot, okay? You're sliding their foot. So when they move their foot forward, you're helping to slide it along. So this is one thing you could do right here is put a shoe down on the ground and slide it. See how my foot's turned to the side? Now to warm this up, so you can get your foot to turn, you can have your foot on the side and put weight on it like this. If you've ever actually been in a traditional judo class, you probably do this as one of your warm-ups. You'll do this to warm up the outside. I also do this too. I turn my ankle to warm up on the inside. And when I'm warming people up, I basically have the warm-up so that they could do either sport. So they can warm up for either taekwondo or judo. All right. So, let's use this century dummy. So, the way this is going to look is when this person takes a step forward, I'm going to step to the side, come to behind their foot. Before they put it down, I sweep it. Okay? And that's how they land. This thing is not even responding to input. Okay. So let's get a fuller view for this advancing foot sweep. When they call it advancing foot sweep, they mean sweeping your opponent's foot as it is advancing or coming forward. So basically right now we have headless judo, because you can't see my head. But that's not what's important right now. Okay, so the off balancing of it is to try to get the person moving forward and back from the sides. Okay? This is one reason why you try not to get, especially if you want to practice and refine judo techniques, try not to get the heaviest grappling dummy possible. Okay? And when it's, before his foot comes down, step off to the side and sweep. And try to hold on to his sleeve. So this is what you'll do with the arms. Let me put this up here. The off balancing for the arms is this, with the arms. Then you step to the side and then sweep the person. Oh, I know what it is. Microsoft Teams thinks it's supposed to start. I need to uninstall Microsoft Teams on this laptop. Microsoft Teams strikes again. Okay? So, I may be able to hack around this yet. Yes, I want to quit you, Microsoft Teams. So the way to practice that at home, by yourself, it's kind of like a dance routine. Okay, any current students are familiar with this. Okay? So you can't see the feet. It's all about angles. You can't see the feet. There you go. If I back up this much, let me move him. All right. So back up against the wall, you can see all of me. So, you do this. You can lift them up too. Because this is the movement that you want to do. If they're coming this way, step to the side and sweep. To the side and sweep. Step to the side and sweep. When I'm doing the sweeping motion, I pull up with my arms. And I have my foot turned to the side to catch them going to the side. Okay, this practicing the stepping to the side motion works for a lot of different throws. I'm still here. I'm just going to silence the speaker on the laptop that has finally decided to work, so that we don't get the weird echo. We got 2 watching now. I'm going to see if I can view the live chat from here. Okay. So good. Now I can actually see. So again, so it looks like there's a delay on what I'm seeing. Maybe he doesn't know what to do. Okay, so there's a delay. There's a delay on what I'm saying. Okay, it looks like nobody's chatting anything. So I'm going to type something now. I'm going to type H-I, enter. And now I want to see if I can see that on the phone. I cannot. Okay. Oh, yes, I can see it on the phone. Okay. It'll pop up on the phone. All right. So if you have any questions, please type them on the phone, or we're going to have a one-sided interaction, and that's just going to be the way it's going to be. All right. So what we can do, though, is I can have a better guide as to what you need to see. I actually like the phone better, just in terms of the stability of the stream. All right. Like I said, someone wrote, do you aim to land on him? No. You do not want to land on him. You do not want to land on the person. No. You do this to get him flat on his back. Because for contest judo, hello, this is the white family. What if he locks onto you as you drop him? You aim to, okay, so that's the question. I'm just going to, well, I can show this on the dummy actually. We'll do contest, and then we'll do real fight. Okay. Contest. If you're landing on your opponent after you do the Ashibara, you step to the side and sweep their foot as it comes forward. Try to hold on to the sleeve for control. If he holds on to you, just relax and then go right into a pin for contest judo. Try not to, quote unquote, land on him or squish him when you're coming down, because there are going to be judges that don't like that. Plus, that's bad for safety. A lot of times, if they hold on to you when you throw them, you'll probably just do that anyway. Another thing you can do, let's say they're holding on to you like this. Let them hold on to you, and if you're in a division where you can do so, you got yourself a nice arm bar that you can go into. See? You can go into a nice arm bar if you're in a division where you can do that, not children. Okay? Now for a real fight, okay, I'm gonna click heat. No, I need to leave that open. Here we go. Now for real fight. Real fight. You throw them, they're holding on to you. If you don't want to go down, just, let's say he's got a hold of it here, just take two hands and push their wrist off. If that doesn't do it, get your leg in there and come off that way and back up with your hands out in front of you. But again, if you're doing contest, they hold on. Good time to go into a pin. Okay? Here we have, they call it side control in BJJ. We call it Kazuri Yoko Shiogatami. Reach between the legs for Yoko Shiogatami. Okay? So that's advancing foot sweep. Here we go. The Ashibara. Here's the deashi barai demo, official one. See? You trip their foot before they put it down. That's it. Well, now he's doing it in slow motion. See? Because the goal in contest judo is to get the person to land largely on their back. All right. The goal in contest judo is to get the person to land largely on their back. And to practice that at home, now that you've seen, you can type in DE space DE space ASI space BARAI space JUDO on Judo on YouTube, and you will get a tutorial. And also buy this book that will explain it step by step. This book should still be in print. Okay? This part of the book right here, you see this photo that shows you exactly where to place your foot? I still kind of like to put mine right behind the heel, but it is truly better if you do it exactly as Kano told you. You know, the person who actually designed these techniques or actually created this style. Do it the way he said. My way will work too, right behind the foot, because you have a curve in your foot that'll catch it. And now if you do it with the way I'm saying to do it, where you hit here instead of here on the corner, this you're gonna have to kind of tap it a little bit. But it can go. This will really truly require more of the push. So you'd be pushing on that side of their foot like this to get their foot to go before it comes down. Okay, I think I've explained that one enough. And the fitting again, we'll go through these at the end. The fitting, the solo air fitting for the Ashibara is this. Step to the side, sweep. Step to the side, sweep. Have the arm either pick up or pull in the same direction as the sweep. Oh, universal off balancing for people old enough to drive. Like you're driving a car. So if I'm off to the side and I want him to go to his, I want him to fall on his back, I can do that and then sweep. Okay? So come off, get him to lean back, sweep. Here. Like I'm driving a car. Same hand, same leg. Sometimes I do that too because I want them to lean forward and then I trip them, but whatever. You notice, those of you coming from a striking background, you have a lot of same hand, same foot motions. That can carry right over to your judo. Same side. This is the fitting for the Ashibara. So practice this at home. Step to the side and sweep them. Step to the side, sweep them. Step to the side and sweep them. Okay. Your next one. If you actually would go to the website that I've created for the class, I'm looking around for the mouse that of course I can't see because I'm under stress. And as soon as I relax a little bit, I'll see it. I can always do this. All right. Ouchi. Inner reap. No, major, inner reap. O means big or major. Ouchi is inner and Gari is reap. So again, you could go to YouTube and type in O space, UCHI space, GARI space, JUDO. All right. I have a video on this channel that I call Hook, Kick, Throw. Hook, kick, throw. Hook, kick, throw. Remember that? All right. Taekwondoans. This is your hook kick. Right? This is your hook kick. Now, there are other judo throws that you could apply that way too. You could apply, well, let me not get into that. We'll stick with the Ashibara right now. So what's the motion? I'm coming in like this. You stick this between their legs, hook it around, and let them fall. I'll do it on the dummy, shown in the book. Use a YouTube video of it, and then go through the shadow fit for it, as you can do by yourself. All right. So I said, you're going to go between the person's legs. The off balancing for this throw should be to their direct back or their right back corner. Okay? So get them lean to the back. Their feet needs to be wide. Okay? That's true, not even for me using the dummy. And it usually does occur like this when you crouch down. Step in, put your leg between their leg, and then come up like you're doing a hook kick to get them to go down. This is how it's shown in the book. In the book, you see them doing this. Okay? Reaching in there, reaching on the inside of their leg with the same side, same leg. Same side, same leg. Okay? So if you're standing in front of them, you go to the leg that's right in front of the leg that you're using. All right? So now let's go over here and we'll see a judo demo from the Efficient Judo channel. Okay? See how the motion is similar to your step hook kick motion? See? Very similar to your step hook kick motion. Same side, same leg. Now he's bringing it down in slow motion. All right? So it's the same thing I did with the dummy. Now, 2 ways to practice this solo. Let me check over here on the live stream and see if there's any comments. Okay. One thing you can do, and I like this exercise, we can do headless judo, because it shows you a way of how you can use your off balancing, your falling. You can fall into the person and get them to fall too. Okay? So one thing you can do, stand flat like this, take your foot out, do a slow hooking motion in, and fall that way. Okay, so you're going to do this. And keep turning until you fall and catch yourself. Do the same thing on this other side. Pick your leg up, turn and hook it in, and then catch yourself. So you start off going straight. You're going to go all the way over here to a 90-degree angle. And this. Now if you want to practice it the way he does it in the video to get the step in, then practice your step hook kick. We got a step in front version, step behind version for our hook kicks. I would recommend the step behind version, right? But do it low. So step behind like you're doing a low hook kick and then come in and turn that way. So you're still getting a 90-degree turn. It's just this way, you're starting off sideways to the person that you will be throwing, and you end up facing them. This way, you start off facing the person that you're going to be throwing, and you end up going sideways. Now check out the hands with it. A lot of times to do this in contest, you're going to hold the person down, pulling, and then reach in and throw them down. So to practice this with hands, step forward and pull down. This is more of a judo way of doing it. Come in with this hooking thing and come off to the side. Same thing on the other side. Step forward and pulling down. Hook in. And then end up falling to the side. What is this similar to? Coming from Taekwondo. Very similar to double down block, hook kick. Double down block, hook kick. Okay? So for Taekwondo, you would be doing this. And off the front leg. Which I've never seen anybody drill, but that's what you would do. Yeah. Here. Okay? I guess if you freed yourself or did this to stop a tackle, and then they back up, you would kick them while they're retreating. But anyway, so to practice ouchi here, so you can fall. Pull down and hook in. Someone asked, hello, I'm late, sorry. Don't feel too bad because I was late getting this thing working. So you've only missed one thing. Just catch the rebroadcast. Catch the rebroadcast and just fast forward through all the technical difficulties. That's what I recommend. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, of course, that would help. Okay. Ukiwaza, floating throw. Now this one I can do on the dummy very easily and you should be able to see it. This one actually, this throw actually bleeds more into a judo technique. I'm sorry, taekwondo technique. The one I was getting ready to show you, the guy's actually doing more of a Ukiwaza, no, Yokowaza, instead of a Ukiwaza. What is he talking about? He's doing more side separation than floating throw. All right. So this is the pure judo manifestation of the throw, which would be a lot easier for me to control if I bothered to put a gi top on the dummy. All right. So let's say he and I are wrestling. We come down here. I want to grab here on the dummy and do this and fold like your C block, okay? So when I do this, yeah, see, it's gonna be hard for me to do this on the dummy, but who cares? All right, I would grab cloth. I don't have cloth to grab, so I grab his arms. And I do this. Ah, fail. Oh, that's a popular one. Yes, it is. Give me 1 second. Actually, what do I say? I don't need to go upstairs. It'll be easier to show you what I'm talking about. Now this is one of the downsides of judo. No, I'm not saying judo's bad or that other martial arts are better. No. A lot of throws really are uniform dependent. That's okay because I can still adapt this for no uniform. I would grab their ear or their hair with my hand that's higher, my surite, my fishing hand. Or put it behind their neck and knuckle at the base of the skull to get them to go. But it's just when you do it with the clothes, the control is so much easier, so much. All right. So, we're wrestling. I grab here, behind the shirt, and they should be coming towards you for the off balancing. So when you come down, that was better with dead weight. You get them to go that way. So that was better with dead weight. To practice this solo, you do this. You do your C block and keep falling backwards. You crouch down here. So you do your C block and keep falling backwards. Keep your head up. You imagine that you grab someone, okay? Here. Let's see, no, here. Let me do it from the rear view. So here. It's like you want to do your C block and Dan gun. You keep going backwards. Like that. So you could even, I would say you could even stack hands. Imagine you grab someone and throw them that way. Remember to arch up. Okay? So now, let's see the book, Ukiwaza. Because I cannot remember which which set of throws it's in. It's probably near here. It's either in the fourth or fifth set. It's in the fifth set. So this is actually an advanced one. Ukiwaza. Floating throw. Okay? See how he's grabbing them and throwing them, and he lands over there to the side. I got a little bit better traction on the dummy when I had the gi on the dummy. Gi, Judo, Dobak, Taekwondo. So let's see a demonstration in video. Brought to you by, what is the name of the channel? Efficient Judo. Okay. Now they're going to take it in slow motion. And you see how the hand he's extending, you see how it looks a lot like your C block. If you're doing Dangan or Wanyo or Pinan Idan. Or Pinan Shodan, depending on how it is in whatever system you're practicing. All right, so that's that one. So you got the throw and how you practice it at home. The next one is Seoi Nage, Ippon Omorote. I'm going to do Ippon Seoi Nage. Okay, that's real easy to practice and real easy to demonstrate on something like a dummy. This is Seoi Nage. I'm going to do it from kneeling. If you can't figure out how to practice this by yourself, I feel for you. But now the person that I'm doing this for has two sisters at home that know how to fall. This is Seoi Nage. I'm doing the kneeling version. Okay, over the shoulder, this is Ippon Seoi Nage. Reach here, right? And throw them. I turn my head. I'm coming over here so I don't damage any of my equipment. Okay? He's on my back. And I throw him down. Wouldn't you break your back if you landed on cement like that real hard? You absolutely positively would. He would. Yeah. He could break his back or be stunned. That's why Judo is practiced on mats. Now, this floor I'm on is a cement floor with a thick carpet on it. I practice my falls on it. So to practice this by yourself, you can do two things. You can imagine that you're reaching up and grabbing someone. Okay, you've seen this move in a lot of forms, right? A lot of your striking forms. You can think of it as this. There's also a form for going from first degree to second degree in Taekwondo called Gebek, where you do this figure 8 motion. Now the way I learned to do it was to do this first, and then was to do this, and then this. It actually should be this, and then that. What is that like? Grabbing somebody for a throw and turning. So just reach up and do this. Reach, reach, and turn your shoulder. Reach in the middle, reach up high, and turn your shoulder. Reach in the middle, reach up high, and turn your shoulder. Okay? The truly, quote-unquote, judo way to do this, pretend you're stepping to grab their arm, turn here, turn and load, and then turn your shoulder to get them to go off. So it looks like this. Here. Here. Let me do it from the side. Reach and turn. And then the other way. Grab, load, and turn. Turn your head. Turn your head. Turn your head when you throw. For one, when you turn your head when you're throwing, they land better. When you turn, if you trip, oh, you hit your shoulder. If you do it like I was taught in the military and go straight down, which is the combat way, they land right on top of their head. You could kill them. Or if you trip, and we don't want either one of those. So turn your shoulder when you're doing that throw. So, to be fair, let's see a video of it. I'm going to YouTube. I'm typing IPPON space SEOI space NAGE space JUDO. Enter. Okay? And a bunch of videos come up showing you how to do Ippon Seoi Nage. I'm going to use the Kodokan Judos. They got the best. The Kodokan channel and their videos are the best, man. Ippon Seoi Nage. Can you see that? See that? It looks like he did. Okay, he's doing an Ippon that one, but it looked like one of them, he was doing like a suri motion with his hands. I'm gonna have to study this video. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's using, it's slightly different than the way I was first taught to do Ippon Seoi Nage. Because he's grabbing, with the reaching arm, he's grabbing. I was taught just to load and then do it. Now, and there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. What he's doing is actually better, for better control. But if you, our contest tip from somebody who's never done more than placed in amateur at a local level contest, was qualified to go to states but didn't go because I had to watch my kids. What can I say? I'm a parent. They're grown now though. If you have to do Ippon Seoi Nage in contest, I recommend doing the version where you don't grab, because your hands may be tired after you've been gripping for a while. So just loading up on the shoulder and just turning and using the momentum will still get the person over. But if you grab with it, you get a lot better control. Okay? I'm gonna load up the dummy on my back. I should show y'all how I'm doing this. Okay, because this thing, I've worn it out now so where the legs are kind of bent. Now watch. If I'm wrestling with them this close, I still have to off balance them to get them up. So this is still kind of like with a person. Get them up, pull, come underneath, load and turn. Oh, I missed. Load and turn. And this will probably happen in contests too. Now see, if you grab here, you got better control. But either way, even if I just got up on my shoulder like this, if I get them up off the ground on my back, and if they get scared like most people will, once I turn, I'm not even going to use this hand. Down he goes. Down he goes. Okay. The next throw Goshi. Big hip throw. Big hip throw. Hug them to your hip and turn to throw them. Now, there's Goshi and there's Ukiwaza. The motions are very similar. Uki is floating throw, Ukiwaza. Now Ukiwaza. Ukiwaza is the C block one. Ukiwaza is bringing them to your hip and turning. If you just bring them to your hip and turn, that's technically Goshi. I'm sorry, that's technically Ukiwaza. For Goshi, you grab them until you pick them up off the ground and then turn. And pick them up with your legs. Okay? Pick them up with your legs. Looks like we're going to be doing headless judo again. That's fine because the action is down here. And this is actually better. Now you see how my hand is back here? I pull them into me and get them up. Right? I want to reach around the outside here, pull them into me, get my hip in here. I get them up on my hip. See? I shouldn't be grabbing because that's technically another throw. I get them up on my hip and then turn and throw. And I can hold on to the sleeve for good measure. That's Goshi. The one where you pull them in, turn, pick them up on your hip, and throw them down. I'll do it on my left just for practice, and maybe it's better reference. In a way, one good thing about this dummy being broken is that this is how a lot of people fight in contests. Overly defensive, low crouching posture, makes it hard to throw them. Refs should be calling penalties, but they won't. Okay? So I reach behind here, pull them in here, okay? Get them into my hip, kick them up on my hip, right? Feet off the ground. Feel their feet off the ground and using your hip to do it, not more so than your arms. Turn and get him to come over. Now that was a good throw that time because he landed his feet at a 45-degree to me. Okay? So that's Goshi. So I decided to work backwards from most difficult to practice by yourself to most easiest to practice by yourself. Here we go, Goshi, large hip throw. When I used to take the subway to work back in the before time in the long ago, we didn't have internet on the train. I go into a slight meditation and look at the pictures and read the book. And after a while, it'll look like it's moving and it'll show you exactly how to do it in the right sequence. He's grabbing the belt here too. So technically he's quote unquote cheating. The reason why I say that is because when you grab and pull them up, that's technically called Suri Goshi, not Ogoshi. All right? Let's see a video demo. I'm going to type in on YouTube, O space Goshi space Judo. Hit the enter key. Go to the Kodokan. Yeah, we'll use the Kodokan's video again. Kodokan's got the best. Of course, it's the Kodokan. That's where Judo comes from. That's the organization that's preserving Jigoro Kano's legacy. Judo was founded by Jigoro Kano. Taekwondo, founded by General Choi Hung-hee. Cecil Ryu Taekwondo, founded by Cecil Washington. All right. Here we go. A little fast, a little bit slower. Okay. There we go. See, he breaks his balance to the opponent's front. You break the opponent's balance to the front, fit in, and then throw them. So you keep going forward. See that? Reaching behind, pull them in, get those feet up off the ground. Get them up on your hip. See how he's going up and over the hips rather than around. Up and over the hips. Up and over the hips. Kind of like you're dancing. So he pulls them in, he doesn't grab. If he grabs, instead of pressing the person's hip into him, he's technically doing another throw. So that's Ogoshi. Now, the way to practice that by yourself is just to imagine that you're pulling somebody into you and you turn it. So for air fitting time, watch the battery down on this. I bet you the battery's going down on this. Hey, good morning, Richard. Okay, I still got some battery. All right. The way to practice this at home by yourself, if you don't have the sensory dummy that you can practice picking up, which is what I recommend that you do, get one of these. Air fit time. You're grabbing like this. Pretend you're pulling someone into you. And turn and pretend you're throwing. Turning that shoulder. So you're going to do this. 1, 2, and turn. So, pull it in and turn. You can't, this one, practicing it on the air, you really don't feel anything. See, I can do this because I'm an adult and this is my house. And if my wife gets mad, I'll say, this is my house, I can do it. And then she'll say, you're breaking the furniture. And she'll be right, but I act like she's wrong. But this is one thing you can, and she's laughing because she heard me. This is what you do. You can take a chair to get the feel for this and just turn. Don't throw the chair all the way though, but just to practice the feel of the pickup. Okay? Put the chair on your hip and then turn. Actually, this just is coming to me just now. Since you want to practice pulling on something, take your belt, Obi in Judo, right? Take your belt, put it here on a chair. Or even down here on a chair, okay? Don't throw the chair for Ippon. just to practice the pickup. Grab this, pull it here, pull this into you, right? Now you see how I'm pulling? This is just like pulling on the arm. Practice holding this, and then turn. Okay, and let the chair go slowly. And then you can still practice your pull up. If you've got an old chair that's been authorized for you to abuse, then you could practice throwing it, but you'll probably end up breaking it eventually. So try not to throw it. Plus, if you break it, splinters can get up in your eyes. Okay? But this way you can practice the pull-up. You'll have to slow this down to really get a good feel, but in a way, this would be a good way for you to practice your control. So get this type of chair, come in, pull it into you, hold it across here, hold this in, right? And then turn, and you've got your throw. But for just air, you can do this. And turn. Here, and turn. If you're fortunate enough to have a shield or just a large enough pillow, tie a belt around the pillow and do that. So this has something on it. If you got a large enough pillow or some type of cushiony thing that fits, okay? This is so you get the arm extension. Tie this around here, put it on your hip, practice putting this on your hip, turning and pulling up. Try to get it to land largely on its back, okay? So pull it into here. So you got this feel and this feel. Then when you turn, see if you can control it so that it lands on its back. See? See what I'm talking about? Because if you're doing contest judo, they need to land on their back anyway. All right. And that's how you practice Goshi at home. Last one is going to be Osotogari. This is the throw that everybody wants to learn first, especially if they're coming from a karate or taekwondo type of background. Now let me show you this. This is in the book. When you try teaching children or people from a striking background this throw first, they hate it. I know I hated it. But this is the first throw you should learn. It says right here on page 59 of Jigoro Kano's book. Okay, I'll just read it. Learning the throws in order is the key to mastery. Once the main point of a technique has been thoroughly grasped, the acquired capability can be applied to variations. Because if you really think about it, the first 8 throws that you learn in judo are the same throws that you learn later. It's just a different variation on it. Deashi barai is the first throw. This is the throw that everybody should be doing first. We never do hardly, but this is the throw that we should be doing first. Remember I said this is also the most difficult throw to practice at home. But this is the throw that we should be doing first. All right, but we're not going to do the Ashibara right now. We're going to do Osotogari. Because it's kind of easy for people to pick up on, and it's very powerful. You're basically just tripping the person. Okay? And this is something that you can practice at home with relative ease to fit. See if I got any. All right. So I'll do it on the dummy first. This is hard to practice on this century dummy, especially this heavy one, because this thing is so heavy. But when you're doing Osotogari, you off balance the person to their right back corner, step up here, have your foot come up, and come behind them. Come behind them to trip them. Come behind them like this to shrimp them. Okay? You sweep it. Try not to kick their leg, and try not to stop your leg and then force them over with your upper body. That's not it. That's actually Osotogari. Before Osotogari, you're doing this. That. We practice it on my left. Get them off balance. Here, I'm going to off balance into their left corner, step, and get them down. Show you in the book now. Osotogari, large outer reap. See the picture? See how he's going? You're basically going to strip the person. You're going to go down. Now, if I go to YouTube to type this, I'm going to type O, the letter O, space, S-O-T-O, space, G-A-R-I, space, J-U-D-O, and then hit enter. I'm going to go to the Kodokan video for it. Osotogari. Let me back this up a little bit so you can see how to spell it. Osotogari. See, you trip them. That's how a lot of people like to think. Remember, point your toe. Point your toe. I think you can figure out how to practice this on your own. See how he's tripping them? Keep that extension going all the way through. All right. So you could think of this as a axe kick throw. Right? Or reverse front kick throw. To practice this on your own, we'll do the truly judo way of practicing it on your own first. You're going to pretend that you're grabbing someone, off balance them here to the right, to their right back corner. Step here and get them out like this. Lift your foot up and sweep it. Okay? See, make sure I stay in the frame. So you're going to go here and sweep. Good thing I know how to slap. That's how hard you want to do it so that you can fall. But don't try not to fall all the time. All right? So again, here and turn. Both sides. Both sides. Here. So step out here and sweep and turn. Okay? You do a little slower. You got that, and hold your balance. So that's another way to take it slow. Step out here. And like you're tripping behind one leg. When you do it behind one leg, not both. All right, so that's the air way of practicing that. Remember this, and you see this in some forms. You see this, you come here. That's in our form for Taekwondo Tosan. You see that move, right? That's one application for that move. Instead of thinking of it as a kick, think of it as a sweep. Remember I said in a couple of other seminars, Taekwondo, Judo. Taekwondo, Judo. Taekwondo, Judo, Taekwondo, Judo. Same type of move, all in the purpose that you're doing it. Okay, so let's go through a quick air fit of all the throws, and then I'm ending this. All right, so air fit for the Ashibara. Step to the side, sweep. To the side, sweep. Okay? Air fit for ouchi Gari. Either step in and hook, or stay in place, pull down, or you pulling down on them, hook here, and come and fall to the side. Hook, kick, throw. Ukiwaza. Your C block. See, C block, and keep falling back. Keep your head up. Don't let your head hit. Okay? C block, even from stacked hands. C block. Keep going all the way up. Don't let your head hit. I mean, keep going till you fall. Okay. Seoi Nage. Grab, turn. Grab here, turn. Remember to turn that head, so you don't crash and hurt your neck. Goshi. Just the air, pick up on your hip and turn. Pick up on your hip and turn. If you're fortunate enough to have a pillow, chair, something, tie a belt to it, put a belt around it, pull it into your here, hold it up onto your hip, throw, try to get it to land on its back. Here, and throw. Okay, and Osotogari. Out here, trip, turn. Out here, trip, turn. Matter of fact, I recommend, after you practice Tosan, do this. So you can associate it. And so that subconsciously, when you're doing this, you think to also do this. But please don't punch if you end up in a judo contest. All right, any questions? If not, it's time to end it. Any questions? I can see chats now. Oh, that's what it did. So any questions? Any questions? Okay, I got a question from the White family. Does the person who's going for purple belt feel like he understands these throws now? Type yes or no. I can actually see it now. Good. Now, when will he think he can test? Because the test will be doing it by Zoom. You can pretty much, I'll do the test by Zoom. And since he has a black belt with him, the black belt can be his partner for one steps and everything. In terms of the throws, if you can't get that mattress on the floor, just do like a pickup for the throw. Don't go all the way through or do it hard. Just indicate that you can do it. Unless you get that mattress that you can use on the floor. Let me know when he thinks he can test. All right, well, I'll just text you guys, Mom, and get an answer that way. And for everybody else, this ends this live stream seminar. This is a bunch of suggestions for how you can practice these types of throws at home. And this is kind of the 26th of February. Good. That's what I was thinking he probably would do too. That's 2 Saturdays. Okay, good. We can do it in 2 Saturdays. All right. So let me do my end of video spiel. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts and peace. And as always, thank you for your time. I'll see about doing a live stream next Saturday. I'm not quite sure. I'll let you know. Everybody that's watching today is subbed anyway, so you'll get the notice on a community post. I'm going to try to think of a little bit different topic than the ones we've done, okay? That'll only be superseded by if the white family wants to do something. And you guys can let me know. So let's go ahead and bow out. Well, we should bow out. We'll bow out both ways. We'll bow out Judo and then Taekwondo. So for Judo, Kyosuke, right. For Taekwondo, Shariat, Konye, Junbi, Student Creed, Sijak. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, who teaches my hands to war, my fingers to fight. Teacher's Creed, Sijak. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they should be called children of God. Shariat, Konye, Junbi, and Gamon. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please contact me. Peace.